Hello students, my name is Pragati Misra. In our last video, we were discussing about some important examples of kernel of homomorphism. Today we will discuss a new topic of the group theory, and that is also a very important topic, and this is known as cosets. So what is the definition? We will start from the definition. Let H be a subgroup of a group G. Remember, this group G is multiplicative, so this H is defined with respect to the multiplication, and A be any element of this group G. Then the set HA is equals to small h dot A such that this small h is coming from H. That is, we take all the elements of this form such that this first element is coming from the set subset H, subgroup H of G. Now this is called the right coset. This collection of such type of elements is called the right coset. And why we call it right coset? This right coset is determined by the element. Since this is the element of group G and it is multiplied with this element in the right, then we call this set, the whole set, as the right coset of H in G, and this is determined by the element A. Similarly, we can define the left coset as well. In this case, we multiply the element of the group G at the left. So the set AH is equals to A dot H such that small h is coming from the subgroup H is called the left coset of H in G, and this is also determined by the element A. So I hope you understand the definition of cosets. This definition is applied when the group is multiplicative group and H is also a subgroup of group G. Now we discuss if the group is additive, then what is the definition of coset in that case. So in additive notation, the right and left coset are defined by, in the case of multiplicative group, we were taking the element as in the multiplication with the subgroup H. Now we are defining the coset with respect to the additive group. So in this case, we add the element of the group G with the subgroup H. So we get the element of the form H plus A such that H is coming from H. You can see we are applying the same definition, but that was with multiplication and this is with addition. Now similarly we can define the left coset as well. Since this element is added with the subgroup H in the right side, so this is called right coset, and if we define the left coset, then we add the element of the group G in the left, and this gives A plus small h such that small h is coming from the set H. Now this was the definition. Now we will discuss some examples. Then you can easily understand that what is the concept of cosets actually. Students are always confused about the cosets, but after watching this video, your confusion about the cosets will get cleared for always. So please watch today's video carefully. So our first example is about the multiplicative group. So I am taking G is equals to 1 minus 1 I minus I. This we all know about it, that this is the multiplicative group of fourth root of unity. So this group is defined with respect to multiplication, and we are taking a subgroup of this group, that is 1 and minus 1, and we have to find the cosets of this group, that is the left coset as well as the right cosets. So in order to find the right coset, firstly we find the right coset of H in G. So the right coset of H in G are, we will take one element of group and multiply it with the subgroup H, and then we see that it is forming a coset or not. So I am taking A as 1 because 1 is the element of the group G, so 1 dot H, and this is the left coset because I am multiplying the element 1 at the left of the subgroup H. So what it gives? 1 of 1 comma minus 1. So this gives me, if we multiply 1 by 1 and 1 by minus 1, we get again 1 minus 1. So this is equals to H. Now I will take and this is equals to what? This is equals to h dot 1. If you see, then if we multiply this one at the right side, then again we get the same result. So what we are getting from here, that the left coset with respect to the element 1 is equals to the right coset. Now we will define the same for the second element, that is minus 1, because we have to prove that AH is equals to HA. So I am going to write the second coset for the second element. So this becomes minus 1 into H, that is minus 1 is multiplied with every element of the subgroup H, and if we multiply this we get minus 1 comma 1, and that is equals to again H, and that is equals to H dot minus 1. So again you can see this is equals, left coset is equals to right coset. Now I will take the third element of the group, that is I, and I will multiply it with H, then this gives I into 1 comma minus 1, and if we multiply we get I comma minus I, and if we take the right multiplication by I with the same subgroup H, then we get 1 minus 1, and this is I at the right side, this gives I comma minus I. So you can see IH is equals to HI in this case also. Now we will define for the last element, that is minus I. So minus I into H is equals to minus I into 1 comma minus 1. So if we multiply we get minus I comma I, and if I find the value of H into minus I, that is the right coset with respect to the element minus I, then this gives me 1 minus 1 multiplied with minus I, and if we solve it we get again I minus I comma I. So if you see, then these two elements are same, that is again we can say that minus I into H is equals to H into minus I. So these are the left coset as well as the right coset, and you can see in this case, in this example, all the left cosets are equals to the right coset, and here a note point, and very important note point arises, that whenever all the left cosets are equals to the right coset, in that case the subgroup that we have taken is the normal subgroup for the group given group G. I haven't talked about the normal subgroup. In our next lecture I will discuss this topic also, but for this I want to tell you that this is very important, so you should always remember. So this note point is it, that if AH is equals to HA, and this is true for all A belonging to G, then this H is called the normal subgroup of G. H is called normal subgroup of G. So I hope you understand that what is the concept of the cosets in the multiplicative group. Now I will take one example of additive group as well, so that whenever you find the group that is additive or multiplicative, you can easily find the coset in that case. So now I am taking an additive group Z plus. This is additive group of integers, and I am defining a subset H is equals to 0 plus minus 2, that is the set of even integers, plus minus 4 and so on. We all know that this is the subgroup of Z. Now we have to find the coset of H in G. So firstly we do H plus 0, that is we are adding one element of the group in this coset, and then what we get, we know that whenever we add 0 into this element, in each element of this subgroup we get the same group H. So this is equals to 0 plus H also. Now if I add the second element, that is 1 into the subgroup, into this subgroup, then we get what? 0. When 1 is added with 0 we get 1, 2 is added with 1 we get 3, and we get again, if we add minus 2 plus 1, then we get minus 1. Similarly 5 minus 5. So again you can see that we are getting all the odd integers. Similarly if we do H plus 2, then again we get H. you can do it yourself. You just add 2 in each and every element of H. You will get that H plus 2 is equals to H is equals to H plus 4. That is, whenever we add an even number in the subgroup H, we get the same H. So all are true. That is H plus 2k, where k is some positive number. Okay. So this is true for every element. Whenever we add any element of the subgroup Z, of the group Z, into the subgroup H, we get that all the left or all the right cosets of this form are equal. And similarly for the odd terms also, that is, whenever we add H plus 1, that will be equals to H plus 3, that will be equals to H plus 5, and so on. So I hope you understand today's concept, that how to find the cosets when the given group is additive or multiplicative, and what is the concept of normal subgroup. I have just given a little concept about the normal subgroup. I will discuss it completely. So please stay connected, and if you are liking my content, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.